That's a lot of bees.
Johnny Lee Dees looking at our sunflower photos from this Saturday. For all our friends of ours on Facebook, you saw these. Don't mind, I'll do the show.
Okay.
Let's show a couple pictures of that. Here's some photos we took Saturday up near Dickie Hobbs' farm. That's Gloria, not me.
It smelled so good.
There's a big field of sunflowers behind her.
There were bees everywhere, though.
Got a lot of comments on this. She wasn't getting no closer than that, John, because there's so many bees on them, man.
I was afraid I was going to get stung.
But that's Dickie Hobbs' farm in the background. That's up John Deere Road.
Beautiful.
That's on Vito Road in northern Limestone County, right outside of Elkmont.
It's worth seeing.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's got to be beautiful, really.
But
and those are so resilient. I know they look kind of droopy right there because of no rain, but they'll bounce back. Such a resilient flower.
You heard about my problem, didn't you? Breathe straight the other day.
What about your problem?
My zipper and my pants.
Oh, that is a problem. That
big
is
problem.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Big problem.
So
There's what I had to buy at the Gap to replace it.
Oh my goodness! So you really did have a busted zipper problem.
Tell them how ugly those shorts are, John.
He's probably got a pair just like them.
There you go. Well, you got to do what you got to do sometimes.
John,
yes, sir.
I'm going to admit right now, I am guilty of not listening to God.
Well, absolutely. Yes. Well, we all have been. Isn't that the truth? And yeah. Yeah, that's right. You know, Jamie's talking. We were doing a little study on Gideon, and of course, Gideon is the beauty of that is then what Jamie's talking about. What we learned the other day is that Gideon was there, and God was going to speak to the Hebrew people, and God came to him and said, "Hey, you guys are in the situation you're in because you have not listened to me." And I thought to myself and asked the church, how many times have we just not listened to God? Maybe some of us are in the situation we're in right now because we just haven't done some listening.
Let me add to that. John says, okay, anyone out here that's listening to me, if you've not listened to God, raise your hand. So, of course, you know, the majority of us raise our hands. You're like, you heathens that I'm talking to.
Look at all these heathen people I'm talking to. That's
John,
right.
You made another statement, and you played ball at Auburn.
Yeah.
And, you know, y'all won a national championship. Believe it or not, 2 years ago.
Believe it or not. Yeah.
Beat us. We had you 24-0.
I mean, really.
One of the most sickening, disheartening days of my entire 40 years.
Joyful for him.
But you said that and it's a good thing because your season this year doesn't look too.
Oh, stop.
But you said you love an underdog.
Yeah, oh yeah, we are the underdog this
well,
year.
that reminds me, we are underdog too. We got 19, 54, 48 out there. We kind of compare with 31.
Yeah.
That's the way it's so, you know, we're an underdog. So I love an underdog too.
Yeah.
But with Alabama, you know, we don't get to play many underdogs. I mean, everybody plays us an underdog.
Right, exactly.
What if I got to complain against God every now and then because I'm an
You have a complaint about a lot of things.
She just said this morning I'm a constant complainer, John. She says she never complains. I said, well, you're married to me. Why would you? And you never had a chigger. So why would you complain?
And Nancy Dees has never had a chigger.
Well, she don't complain either because she's married to John.
And she's never had a chigger. Which is,
you
so
chigger women,
good.
man, I don't know.
Which is great.
Life is good. No chiggers.
You know, that's funny. That's funny. But, you know, it is neat. Gideon was just a guy. And, of course, the neat thing about it is God came along and found this guy named Gideon. And Gideon was, you know, scared to death of the Midianites. The Midianites had conquered them and would take all their stuff. And he's just over there scared to death because he was afraid to harvest his wheat because they would just come in and just take his stuff. And so he's in a scary place. And then the angel of the Lord comes to him and it says, he said, Gideon, O valiant warrior. And he goes, me? And the great thing about that is that God speaks truth into your life and he sees things in your life that you don't see. And that's the beauty of an underdog. Gideon was an underdog. I mean, he was an unlikely guy that God was going to use. He's going to do amazing things with him. But that's what he does with you and me. He speaks greatness into our lives before we can even ever see it. And that's a great thing. Like Abraham again. His name was Abram. He was about 90 years old, had no kids. And God says, I'm going to change your name to Abraham.
Did he have kids after that?
The father of the multitudes. I mean, the whole...
Before Viagra.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly. God is amazing. You know, and what he allowed happen, and this became the great father of the whole... As a matter of fact, if you think about Abraham, think about this, and I've asked this question, but what nation in the world can name its very first person? I mean, can France name their first Frenchman? Can Italy name their first Italian? Can America name their first American? Whether it's the people that came from Europe or the Indians, no one can name the first. But the Jews can name the first person ever of that nation, and it was Abraham. Yeah. So
guess what God calls you and me? Are you ready for this? This is your writing.
Yeah, go ahead.
He calls us saints. You know what I got beside it? Really?
Right. I've never been a saint.
You know, and isn't that beautiful? Because
well, it sounds good.
Well, it truly, it's right. It does.
Then I've got Saint Jamie.
It does sound good. That's right.
How do you keep acting like a saint when you're actually a sinner?
Well, you know, because we are, and that's the great thing about God. We are sinners, saved by grace. Yes, we are. That, no doubt about it. But in God's eyes, we actually become, when we become saved by grace, we become saints of His. And as far as God is concerned, we're already seated in the heavenly places with Him. And I know sometimes we don't always act like saints and don't always behave like saints, but positionally before God, we're saints. This is Saint Gloria. This is Saint Jamie. And
I like the sound of that.
Well, there you go. It sounds really, really great. So thank God before God we are saints, and that's what's, once again, He's speaking greatness. He doesn't see us here just in this little miserable cocoon of a dying earthly body. He sees us what we're going to be for Him forever and ever and ever, and that's awesome and wonderful.
I have another biblical question, John.
Yes, sir.
What do we do about replacing the saint from ESPN that's no longer going to be doing college football, Aaron Andrews?
Oh, well, you know, I'm sure they'll find another saint.
You'll be switching channels.
I'm sure they'll find another saint out there somewhere. But yeah, she's moving on to
Fox. She was on last night on the baseball game. If any of y'all cared about watching, what, did the National League beat them 8-0? It's something like that.
I guess so. Fox is moving to Fox.
Yeah.
You know, so there you go. That's
so Aaron Andrews' biblical question.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Well, you did quote a biblical scholar, a prophet that I'm well aware of, Kyle Looney, this past Sunday at church, which kind of stunned me.
Yeah, well, Kyle Looney, and if you haven't already said it on the, but Kyle Looney said a neat statement the other day, and with Andy Griffith passing away, he said it's a shame, and that's what's, you know, he said, now you watch TV and you find out what not to do. But
there he is now, the same himself.
That's right. There you go. That's good. That's good. He said, now you watch TV and find out what not to do.
Oh,
but with Andy Griffith, you used to watch TV and find out what to do. And, you know, because there was always a good moral.
Go, Kyle.
Well, knowing Kyle the way we do.
Yeah.
Stop it.
And knowing he's a preacher's boy.
Yeah.
I'm totally shocked that you quoted Kyle Looney.
Well, you know,
that statement warranted it.
Let me quote one from him.
Okay.
No.
Well, anyway, way to go, Kyle. It was a great. Rex told us that you said that, and
oh, there he is again.
There you go. Yeah. That's right.
Brad, you better stop.
He was one of the original Morons over here.
Moron, yeah,
Cassidy,
that was those.
Kyle, a great kid.
Those are some cute things.
Great folks.
But it did make it, and it is a shame. It's a shame that a lot of the TV you watch.
Now you have to watch the real McCoys.
Real McCoy. If you watched him in there, good.
I haven't seen it lately, but I'm
loving it.
It's great stuff.
The
real McCoy. John, I noticed as I had my little pamphlet here at church, we only got through half of it.
Right.
Or a third of it. You had 3 parts. We did 1.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you wondered what took so long. I'm thinking, well, you spent too much time explaining the first part of it.
That's right. Yeah, I got stuck. Jamie always can analyze what my problem is.
Don't drop the microphone. We don't need him preaching.
It took too long.
I just spent I got too long-winded.
But y'all are welcome to join us each and every Sunday at 9 o'clock. And what's that second service? I'm never there.
10:45.
10:45. Yes, give me time to get out of the parking lot.
That's right.
Come on down. You can see John at 7 a.m., 7 p.m. right here on ZTV.
Thank y'all.
Big thing. We're building up down this. We need room. We got room for about 3,000 more, y'all.
There you go. That's right.
Dusty's on sabbatical this month.
Great guy. Great guy.
I'm assuming if people are taking off from church, they do it the month of July.
Oh, yeah.
June and July?
I would say June and July. Any given Sunday, a third of the people are gone.
All right, John, I got a couple minutes left. Let's talk about football. Media Days next week.
I mean, isn't that great?
I saw Auburn's going to move up into the top 10 of recruiting for 2013 if they steal one of our #1 commitments. Is it Reuben Foster?
Something like that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, if they get him. Well,
this is not amazing to you that they already nowadays talking about recruiting like year-round, and now we're talking about next season already, the recruiting coming in?
It is absolutely. I mean, when I played, you know, we signed December 11th of our senior year. That's when we signed, and
nobody was there to videotape it.
And there wasn't ESPN stuff, and there wasn't analysts, and there wasn't all these All-American combine camps. You know, it's just like everything else. It's a different world.
It's changing, evolving. Coming up tomorrow, Joe Jack will be back cooking in the kitchen in the Lewis and Sons kitchen. He'll be Shut Up should be back. I don't know. David Howard asked me. I seen Shut Up lately. I said he's just laying low, waiting on LSU to get beat again.
Yeah, we have missed him. Tell him to be here.
Well, I ain't really missed him, but he'll be here tomorrow. And Zach will be updating us on what's happening in Green Light Sports. So he'll be here. All right, Johnny Lee. See you Sunday.
Good to see you, my brother.
All right, we got to take a break for the day. We'll get out of here. Watch the rain. See y'all tomorrow.
Have a great day. Bye.